On today's episode of the Cryptoverse, Blockstream establishes the first ever Bitcoin node in space to expand the Bitcoin network beyond the internet, and I have something extra special for my most loyal followers. All of that coming up on today's edition of the Cryptoverse, so stay right there. Hi there guys, welcome to the latest episode of the Cryptoverse, your regular dose of news and commentary on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. I'm your host, Chris Coney, the founder of Cryptoversity, the online school where you can learn about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. Find out more at cryptoversity.com. So today some big news came out. Actually yesterday, this article was posted by Dr. Adam Back. It's authored by him anyway, and it's posted on the Blockstream blog. Now, just quickly, for anyone who's not familiar with Blockstream, they are basically a private company that develop blockchain-type technologies. They're big on developing things like side chains. Never mind, that's a topic for another video. They're also most famous for some of their developers that have made significant contributions to the Bitcoin core code, and for the creation of the segregated witness technology, which you've probably heard of. Now, when you read about Blockstream on the internet, you'll probably see people making reference to the fact that AXA, AXA, the company, they're a major investor in Blockstream, which actually Blockstream themselves did announce back in February of 2016. Here's an article from their blog, 2nd of February 2016. It says, Blockstream welcomes new investors, adds $55 million in a Series A round of funding. Now, before we get into the actual satellite story, people say this investment is evidence that a major legacy financial institution now has significant control over Bitcoin Core's code, and they will use that influence to sabotage Bitcoin from the inside. Now, there are a couple of mechanisms in the Bitcoin ecosystem to protect against this kind of thing, but again, that's a subject for a completely different video. For now, though, let's focus on this latest announcement, which is that Blockstream are going to use satellites in order to extend the reach of the Bitcoin network to places that don't have internet access. So previously, when we say that anyone with a smartphone and an internet connection can use Bitcoin, well, we might now have to cut that down to anyone with a $20 smartphone, right? Now, someone on Reddit posted this. They said Blockstream has not launched any satellites, nor will they. It's just a PR stunt. And this person, they point out that they haven't launched their own satellites. They've just simply rented some capacity from 3 existing satellites. And then they provide some proof by linking it to Blockstream's own network status page, which I've actually got up here. Where is it? There it is. No, that's not it. There it is. This is the network status page for Blockstream satellites. And this actually shows 4 satellites, the names of the satellites, their orbits, and the broadcasting frequency. So I'll link to this in the YouTube description as always, but pretty cool, right? These satellites will expand the Bitcoin network to places that it might not be economically viable to build an internet connection infrastructure, right? Well, the critics of this Blockstream satellite idea, they will see it as a move by Blockstream to increase the control that they have over Bitcoin's infrastructure, which would enable them to, say, force people to run their version of the Bitcoin software, or the one that they support anyway. Now, the first thing I have to say about that is that the internet that we use today, the internet, not the Bitcoin network, the internet that we use today is also a public network that is supported by privately owned infrastructure, right? Without the private companies that run the ISPs providing us with internet connections, that's internet service providers, by the way, without the internet service providers providing us with internet connections, we'd be stuck, wouldn't we? So if this Bitcoin satellite thing does work out, then there's nothing to stop other private companies setting up competing Bitcoin nodes in space, is there? There's nothing stopping them. That's just the free market in operation. Now, I don't know if there are any companies already out there offering, what should we call it, satellite as a service, but if there's not already companies out there doing that, sooner or later they will be, right? It's just the way it is. On the other hand, this comes with exactly the same concern that I had when Google Fiber came along. I thought, oh God, if Google begins taking ownership of the actual internet connection infrastructure, then they'll really have us over a barrel, right? So the internet also needs to evolve to become more decentralized and more of a true peer-to-peer network where the individuals are nodes. That would be ideal. And there are plenty of people working on projects along those exact lines. Now, I'll link to all of the sources in the YouTube description as always, so feel free to chime in the comments. Blockstream have built a dedicated Blockstream satellite website, which looks very nice, and this is where you can find the network status, read about the technology, look at all the rest of the stuff about it, and so on. So let's keep an eye on this project, shall we? It kind of sounds interesting. It's definitely newsworthy, anyway. And finally, I have something extra special for you today before we close, and that's for my most loyal followers. Now, many of you say that you enjoy watching the Cryptoverse on YouTube or listening to it on iTunes with your morning tea or coffee. There's also a bunch of you who like the way that I begin each video. So I put the work in and I came up with this. It's a mug, and on the front is written, "On today's episode of the Cryptoverse." That's today with 4 A's and of with 5 O's. So if you're the kind of person that has yet to make some kind of financial contribution to the Cryptoverse because you actually want something physical for your money, or if you just can't get enough of the Cryptoverse, this might be the thing for you. So you can now buy your official Cryptoverse mug at the Cryptoverse store by going to cryptoversity.com/store. And if you do get one of these, please post a picture of yourself with it on Twitter and mention me in the post, and then I'll tweet you back. All right? All right, guys. Thanks very much for joining me today. If you like this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new around here, get subscribed. And if you would like access to my very best material, such as my structured online courses that will teach you things like how to make and save money with Bitcoin, check out cryptoversity.com. Alright guys, that's all for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the Cryptoverse Market Roundup and another edition of this news and commentary show. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.